Hey there again, welcome back to another week, and I wanted to shoot this video for you today because here we are, we're at the beginning of 2016, and I just wanted to shatter this paradigm that you're likely been operating out of for so long. You know, a lot of people ask me, how do you get to the people who are just at the top of the food chain? How do you get in front of the heaviest hitters, the people who, frankly, I think I have no shot of being in front of? And the reason that I've been able to do this has been because I changed the game. I didn't operate within this box like most people normally would. I completely shattered that and tried a new approach. And as a result, my network has actually improved my net worth. And that's what we really talk about this week in episode 67. So by the time you see this, that'll be live and you can dive in there. But one of the things that we talk about is the concept of becoming a reporter to get to people. You know, if I tell you to approach the Tony Robbins of the world or the Brendan Burchards of the world, your chances of getting in front of them and getting time with them probably slim to none, unless you pay them a lot of money. But what did I do to get access to Brendan Burchard? I haven't gotten access to Tony yet, full transparency. But what did I do differently? I leveraged my podcast. I leveraged the fact that I wrote for Entrepreneur. And a lot of people have said, Jeff, I don't have a podcast. I don't write for Entrepreneur. And my point to them is, I didn't start these things out to make money. I started them as a way to add value and as a networking tool, because I knew if I had a podcast, suddenly I would get access to people I never had access to before. If I started to write for a company like Entrepreneur, then all of a sudden I would have access to even higher people that I never had access to before. I leveraged it as a networking tool, and that's just how I thought differently. That's how I thought a bigger game. And in episode 67, you also get to meet my friend Mark Lack, who has thought a big game for a very long time, and how he used the concept of writing a book to get access to people. And so I wanted to shoot this video for you because here we are at the beginning of 2016. And I want you to start to think differently. You know, what can I do to turn myself into a reporter? You do not necessarily need to launch a full-blown podcast. You could start a blog online where you just approach people and say, hey, I have a blog that specializes in interviewing people like this. And you approach those people. And you started the blog specifically because it's a networking tool. You know, you could decide that you want to write a book and you want to do a bunch of interviews for that book. Or you're writing an ebook, you're writing an action guide. I mean, the opportunities are truly endless. Like, you could absolutely do this, and you could do this year. And it would get you access to people you never had access to before. You'd be able to add value to a group of people you never were able to add value to before, and it would totally enrich your life. So I really wanted to encourage you to listen to this episode because I think it could be a game changer for you. And so, again, I offered this in the last video. We're at the beginning of 2016. I want to add as much value to you as possible. So go ahead, click reply to this. Let me know what's going on in your world, how I can serve you better, what I can do to help you, and I will do everything in my power to make sure I support you. So thank you so much. I really appreciate you.